Hello, we're going to be working with wrapping text around objects for this video. Wrapping text around simple shapes, using text wrap to add a pull-out quotation. We're going to be spreading rotations, or rotating spreads. So those are some of the things we're going to be looking into in this short video. First things first, we want to go ahead and create a new document. So within InDesign, create new document. I'm going to go ahead and deselect facing pages. And again, I really enjoy that 1/4 inch margin. And I'm going to do 3-column grid. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to create a text frame with the type tool. I did a rather large one, and then we're going to say type fill with placeholder text. So it fills those that entire text box with placeholder text. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to grab the rectangle tool in the tools panel. And we're going to drag the pointer over the text to draw a rectangle. So wherever you want to start, I'll just start here. There you go. And I'm going to, of course, make it align this way. So the rectangle's now over the text. I'm going to fill that rectangle with white. There you go. Or paper. It would be found in your swatches as paper as well. So now you see it kind of over the text. If you notice though, nothing happens with the text when you place it over. That's a problem, especially if you want to read what's behind that image. So make sure the rectangle is still selected, and on the right side of the control panel, click the wraparound object shape. You can kind of see that here. You can look around, no text wrap, wraparound bounding box, wraparound object shape, and jump object. So wraparound object shape is most commonly used. Observe that the text now wraps around the rectangle. I did see, if I go back, if you look closely as you select this wraparound object shape icon, you notice the text here jump. So I'm going to do that again. And see the text jumps, and all of a sudden we have a situation where there is excessive text behind the frame. Okay, that's a good thing. So next we're going to use a text wrap to add a pull quotation. So choose the rectangle frame tool in the tools panel. It's here. And then draw a pointer over the text to draw a rectangle. We'll do one here in the middle, sort of like how a pull quote might appear. Make sure the rectangle is still selected, and on the right side of the control panel, click the wraparound object shape. So again, we've got the wraparound object shape, and you can see the text has moved off to the side. So choose the selection tool in the tools panel, which will be here. Click the edge of the frame to select it. Okay. Now we're going to choose object content. Object content text to change the frame to a text frame, which is right here. We're going to, instead of graphic, we're going to change it to text. Okay. And then we're going to add text to the text frame to complete the pull-out quotation. So for example, I'll just do something random here. Copy, and then I'm going to go my selection tool, click on the text box, double click, and I've got my cursor. I'll paste that in there. I'm going to highlight it all by doing a select all, enlarging this. We can always do a semi-bold italic. There's my put quotations around it. Of course, it's mock, and I'm going to make it red. Okay, so that is adding text to the text frame. It completes the pull-out quotation, and then that is how you would add that. Next, we're going to work on spread rotation, and we're going to go up to File, New to display the new document dialog box. And then in the number of the pages box, enter 3. There we go. We can go ahead and say OK. So now we have a new document. If you look in pages, we have 3 pages. And the second and third page is a spread. You can enter a higher number too. It would have been fine for this little exercise. Okay, so we said okay for that new document dialog box, and the document opens on the first page, and then we're going to go up to choose View. We're going to rotate Spread, and we're going to go to 90 degrees clockwise, CW. So you can see in our Pages panel that it shows some arrows showing that it has been rotated, so that we're looking at this spread via landscape orientation as opposed to portrait. So now we're going to go to Window, Pages, and we that would be how you would get to the pages if you didn't see it, to the right side. Okay, and so you see that little icon that is the rotation, and you know you're on page 1 because it is highlighted. And that's how you might change view. There are many times when you're laying out a design and there might be something that you're working on that is placed in sideways, or you want something to work sideways. For example, a very large word. So I'm going to do side title. So maybe it's a super large title. Let's see. There we go. So now we have something that we might, if we needed to make changes, it would be much easier to make these changes viewing it from the side than it would portrait orientation. Okay, so we can go back to View, and then we can rotate Spread, and we can go back to 90 degrees counterclockwise, or we can do clear rotation. So then we can get back to our article or whatever we're trying to view. So that has been a nice overview of how to wrap text around objects, and adding a pull-out quotation, rotating spreads. I'll see you in the next video.